Hi everybody, this is Jennifer Kronk, and this is another very quick tutorial on how to do some really great stuff in Google Apps. So this whole tutorial is about doing labeling in Google Slides. Now, a while back I did a quick screencast on how to use Google Drawing for labeling. But today I was working with the phenomenal Jennifer Hickey out of Dobbs Ferry Union Free School District, and she had already been using drawing for her students to label specific things. And the question that she asked me is, how do I have my students label multiple pictures? Because when we're working in Google Drawing, we only have one canvas. So the idea came to us to use Google Slides. Now in Google Slides, I can choose multiple slides and I can then assign these through Google Classroom. I want to make sure that I have a blank template just so it's less confusing for the students. Another simple way to do this would just simply to be right click and duplicate the slide, because now I already have it there. My next step is to insert pictures. So to insert pictures, I would probably want to open up the research toolbar, and let's say here I want to put in whale and see what kind of images I get. And in fact, I can change this right now and select images only so I can get some beautiful shots of whales. I can grab this picture and drag it into my Google slide, and I can make it larger. Now, just like the screencast that I did using Google Drawing, I can do the same things here in Slides. So what I did in Google Drawing was using a shape, and this makes it really easy for students. So let's say I wanted to use this arrow right here, and I want to indicate that the whale is breaching. So what I did, which you may not have been able to see with that background, is I just selected the arrow and I stretched out my selection area to draw it. So I'll select the arrow again. I'll do it on the white area so you can see. Here I did, drawing that arrow. Now I'm going over into the blue, and it gives me this beautiful arrow. And now I can type a word immediately. I don't even have to click on the arrow. And I can put, the whale is breaching. If I hit enter, it gives me a new line. I click out. And if I want, I can just go ahead and I can grab my arrow, grab the arrow, not the picture. There we go. I can grab my arrow and I can move it to indicate whatever area I want to indicate on my diagram. So this is really particularly useful if you wanted to do a number of, let's say, for example, simple machines. And you could do images of simple machines, maybe something along this line that does not have labels. Or you can edit the picture to take out the labels, and you can have your students use those shape callouts like this to label them. Anything that you think would be useful for labeling, you can think about this in terms of geography, in terms of mathematics, in ELA, art. It can be used in any number of ways, and one of the things that's the best about this is because it can go into a Google slideshow. I could make this labeling assignment, and then I can go ahead and use Google Classroom to send this to my students. And they can turn this in just like they would turn in any document. So again, the major function is here that as the teacher, we provide them with whatever it is that needs to be labeled. You can use this across any area academically that you choose. And then I use the shapes. And here you can see a number of different shapes that I can choose from. I grab the desired shape, I draw it, and immediately it lets me type. I don't even have to click on it. Now, as a teacher who's grading this, something that I can do, let me close out of my research toolbar now. Something I can do is I can comment on their labels. So if I want to provide feedback, I could either insert a text box or I could comment on their labels. So here I can just use the speech bubble. I have the label selected and I can leave the comment, "Great work." Now this is also something that's really handy when you have groups of kids doing work, They can have conversations in the margin of the slideshow without ever actually touching the slideshow, and just clicking on the comments to give more information or to comment back and forth for each other. So I hope you found that useful. I look forward to seeing all the wonderful ways that you will use Google Slides with your kids. Please send them to me and have a wonderful day.